Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from inside the camper here in Bradenton, Florida. Sarasota, Bradenton, on a Mother's Day evening, a Sunday night. Just got back from a bike ride on the e-bike. What a blast! I've got to do that again. I would have gone a lot further had it not been a threatening rain. But man, that was really cool. The light, I'm not worried about anything. It wasn't even like pitch black yet. The darker it would get, the better that light would show. But I went over to the Honda dealer and back. It's just down the road, down the Tamiami Trail. Really, really cool. I got to do my eye drops, and we'll talk a little bit. I've got to get a shower. I wore my bike helmet, so I got helmet hair, and it's getting late. It's on the Pet here. I got 8:53 p.m. and, well, obviously, right? 8,887 steps. Not 10,000, no. But that's every day. I've done about 10,000 steps. I always have to look at this paper to remember what color. Okay, tonight, I should know this. Blue, purple, and green. What does that mean? All right. Blue. Purple. And green. So I put this in the left eye, this in the right eye, about 5 minutes after I put this in both eyes. So it's later than I should be doing it, but anyway, we'll get that done. Why are you doing it while you're making a video, Baker? Because I can. I don't want to forget. You know what I forget all the time is taking my trash to the dumpster. I'll put it in the trunk every time. I think I've told you guys before. Every time I forget it. I'll get somewhere. It might even be the next day, and I'll open the trunk, and I was like, oh my gosh, my trash. So I've got a new plan. Since the Stalins are giving me dementia already, I'm putting my trash in the front floorboard. That's where it'll go. I've got these good bags. They're not going to leak or anything in my car, but I'll do that. All right, so remind me in 5 minutes to take those other eye drops there. I got the hot water ready and cooking. So 3:10 to Yuma. A movie I've always seen. It was kind of a modern, newer Western. I like the old ones. And I thought, hang on. I don't know about that movie, Christian Bale, Russell Crowe. Turned out to be a very, very good movie. And the ending was sad, but really pretty good. So I don't need to see it again. I'm good. But speaking of movies, I was, first let's talk about what I did today. It was Mother's Day. And I know some mothers. And so I treated a mother to a place. It's called Anna Marie Oyster Bar. It's a very good restaurant. Been around 100 years. I say that facetiously, a long time in the area, and they have multiple locations. But the one that's on Tamiami Trail, up near SRQ, that's the airport here, is like a really good one. And they are known for their fish and chips. So Anna Marie Oyster Bar, as you can imagine, is a seafood place. But believe it or not, and a guy told me this about 5 years ago, I've been going there a long time, that even though it's Anna Marie Oyster Bar, you would not believe we have the best ribs in town. And I said, really? I mean, I come there for the fish and chips, but I'm trying to be good right now, so I didn't want to eat anything fried. And years ago, I said, all right, I'll try it. And sure enough. And when you read the menu, it says, locals know that we have the best ribs in town. And I haven't been there in a long time, and this was, the mall was covered up. Cheesecake Factory and all, we couldn't get in. So we didn't even want to. There was so many cars heading to the mall all those tourists, man, they all go to the same spot. I said, well, let's go to Anna Marie Oyster Bar or another place that I suggested, and we selected that. So she got shrimp, her favorite, and I got some ribs. I like shrimp too, but I wanted some ribs. And I got a full rack. And I mean, I only needed a half. I don't know why I got a full rack. But I did. We had a great lunch. Pretty good prices there. They've gone up considerably since the pandemic, like everybody else. So can't sit here and complain. It used to be a lot lower, but it wasn't, too awfully bad. And so I did that. And then I got my 8,387 steps in cumulatively today. So, and then for this evening's dinner, I had a senior salad with the senior dressing. So, but that's all I had. So I'm doing, I've been doing. It's just amazing to me at 66 how much we have that we take for granted now that we didn't even have, that really was different. Like if you went off, you had to come home and look at a light blinking on an answering machine to know if somebody wanted to talk to you or was trying to reach you. Otherwise, we were all like, if you weren't home and they couldn't come to your house or knock on your door if they were a neighbor, right? You couldn't be reached. Think about how weird that is today. I mean, now you can be anywhere on the planet and someone can just call you. Very, very strange how things were and how things are now. What time is it getting to be? 9:11. I've got the other video. I hear the rain. I got the other video uploading of the e-bike ride at night. I think you'll enjoy that. It was really fun, man. I had a good time. It was like a 16-minute video. And I want to get this one uploaded before it gets too late, because I know that tomorrow people got to go to their prison jobs. And I need to get a shower. And I never really got into the topics that I thought about today or I think about daily that I always forget. I got to start writing down some notes or making some memos on my phone. But I enjoy talking about not just old times, but different things. It doesn't have to be about politics, but just whatever. And living life, we can talk about the RVing life. What kind of an RV? A Class B, a Class A. I have a towable. There's a lot more work involved where you have to tow it and you got to know what you're doing and you got to be able to hook it up and hook it up safely. No matter what you have, you got to put everything away before you go anywhere and move it, or everything falls over and breaks. So there's a lot to know about the RVing life, especially if you're going to be mobile. Constantly moving every few days, every few weeks. That's not so bad. But if you're going somewhere like from here to Laughlin, and I'm just going to be somewhere overnight or at the most 2 days, you got to put up and down a lot of stuff. You may not even want to disconnect. It all depends. But it's kind of fun and kind of worth it versus the very easy Class C, Class B, Class A. You just throw it and drive, get it behind the wheel and go. Just make sure your salt and pepper and your refrigerator is closed tight, and you got your little statues put away or whatever you got, your pictures on the wall, and just go. But what a life this is. Even though I've been stationary for a while, it's really been, every day I wake up, I'm in a camper, a nice camper, and everybody around me is doing it. And I'm the smallest fry in here. And I feel like I get the nicest. Not really, but I'm very happy with what I have. I'm very happy to be at the point I am in my life living like I am. Would I like a big giant house on the ocean, a farm, a ranch, or just a condo or something like that? Yeah, kind of, maybe. It's not something I yearn for, and I could definitely get that if that's really what I wanted. But apparently I don't want it bad enough to cash out of all I got here and do that. And a lot of reasons why is I enjoy this, and the prices are stupid. And it takes all the fun out of it when they want to charge you a fortune for homeowners insurance, HOAs, taxes, and then you're not going to pay cash for that, most likely. It isn't a camper. We're talking $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. Yes, 300, 400 minimum. That's the average today. Or you're going to be living in the, undesirable area where you don't feel safe. And here, I own it. I'm living for under $1,000 a month, and that works for me. I like it. The only thing that would make it better is if I could hook up the crusher to this crasher. That's what I call my RV, because I crash in here and go. And really, it doesn't matter where I'm going. It's not the destination. It's the journey. And I was thinking today, when I went out west like 3 times, and I'm making videos for you guys out the windshield, and I'm so stoked. I'm seeing these mountains. I'm leaving this flat sandbar, and I start seeing the tree line go away. It's rocks and it's desert, and it's just open area. No greenery, no palm trees. What a lot of people think this is paradise. Well, it's all paradise to me. And I'm videoing out the windshield, and I'm showing you guys several videos a day as I'm driving. And every time you go through a mountain and come down a hill and around another bend, the whole scenery changes. It's really quite amazing. Our country is very, very beautiful. And I take it all in. I notice everything. And so that's why I want to repeat that trip over and over, because it's the journey to the end. And then when you turn the horse's head back to the barn and you're heading back to your home base, you're going a little faster. You're not enjoying it as much, maybe. I need to slow down, I guess, but it's a little different flavor than going, It's amazing. So if you're under the age of 62 and you're thinking about retiring and getting a little side hustle and having more free time to live a life to where you can do things daily, not once a year for a week or 2 weeks or weekends, because you have a job, a prison job that's going to keep you with a ball and chain to a zip code that maybe you have a little bit more time, but you're still, think about what you want in your final chapters of your life. Do you want to be able to really be free and go and reach out and go here and go there and meet people and do things? Or a lot of people, they worked at their job their whole lives, 30, 40 years. They've been in the same town already. They just want to pull out and stay right there and cut grass, grow a garden, read a book, go to the beach or whatever, and that's good with them. They don't have to go to the prison job anymore. And I get it. But I like it all. I do. And I know that in my coming decade, later years, that I'll likely slow down some more, and maybe I'll be just sitting around and doing what's local and not out hooking up a trailer hitch and towing a camper. Maybe I'll get a Class A. Maybe I'll hit it rich and get myself a movie star diesel pusher. Man, I saw one today, a Prevost. I was going by a business over here near SRQ, near the airport, and someone had parked looked like a 2025 diesel pusher bus with the 2 axles, a real bus. And it just looks so, there's just something about Prevosts and buses that stand out 100 times more than the nicest single axle diesel, even a Tiffin or any of these other very, very nice $300,000, $400,000 diesels. When you get to one of those $1 million jobs, or 800,000, whatever they cost, 2 million, who knows? You know it when you see it. So to live a humble life like this is still, I get off on it because that's not my life. I don't have that. I like to look at it. It's interesting, but do what you can do. And if you're able to at least get a truck, a camper, a few dollars in the bank, and you get a free check coming in, and you enjoy life, you enjoy people, you enjoy mountains as much as you do beaches, and you want to see this country before you check out of here one day. Maybe you've never been anywhere and you want to, get around. And I ignore people that tell me all the time, hey, you should check out. I've never been north of North Carolina. I've never been in the Northeast, Vermont, these beautiful places, upstate New York, Michigan, the Great Lakes. I've heard about it and I believe people, but I keep doing my same little thing. Anyway, I got Scooter's coffee still running through my veins. I need to get a shower. It's 9:26. I still got 8,400 steps. That's all I did today. But I believe that I crushed it.